Hello, and welcome to Empowered Learning. This particular video will be on the continuation of solving linear systems of equations by graphing. And so what we want to do right now is look at our two equations of a line that's in the system, figure out what the slope and y-intercept are for them. From that, to make a determination of what kind of solutions we're going to have, and then plot our graph or graphs. So if we look here to start off with, our first equation is 4x plus y equals 8. And if you notice, there's a similar resemblance to the second equation. The second one is 8x plus 2y equals 16. So you notice that in between both equations, the equation on bottom is a factor of 2. That's a hint to let us know that these two lines are indeed the same line. But we'll go ahead and verify that by finding the slope and y-intercept of each. So for our first equation here, I'll write in black, we will have minus a over b, which our a is a 4 and our b is a 1. And our second equation, or our second thing that we need to find is the y-intercept, which is c over b, and that will be 8 divided by 1, which is 8. So that will be our first one. So we'll do the second equation in red, and we see that the slope for that one is going to be negative a over b, which is a negative, and then you write 8, divide that by 2, which gives us a negative 4. So the slopes are the same. And then if we find our y-intercept, that is c over b, which is 16 divided by 2, which is 8. So you see we have the same slope, the same y-intercept, so that means these are essentially the same line. So the answer to this for solutions would be infinitely many solutions. And so to graph the solution set, all we would have to do is just graph this line. And so here we know that our y-intercept says that we're located here at the point 0, 8. So we'll go up from the origin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And here we see that our line has a negative slope. So one of the things we can do is we can go down 4 units into the right one to find other points. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4 down from the y-intercept over to the right one. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then to the right one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and to the right one. And you see we have enough lines here to give us a general profile of what our graph would look like. So draw a line, and it looks something like this. So of course, it's not perfect, but we get the idea. So now let's move on to the next example. Okay, so now that we have our next example ready to go, let's go ahead and dive into it. So again, we have our system of linear equations where we have both equations in the form of the standard form of an equation of a line. So we want to figure out what the slope and y-intercept would be for each of them. So if we look here, and I'll write the first one in blue, we say the slope is minus a divided by b, which is minus our a value is going to be a negative 3, and our b is going to be a positive 2. So we have 3 over 2. For our b, or our y-intercept, it's going to be c divided by b, which is going to be 6 divided by 2. So 6 here, 2 there, and that's going to be 3, which implies that we have a y-intercept of 0, 3. Okay, so now let's look at the second equation. We'll write this in red this time. So the slope is going to be minus a over b, which is a negative. Our a is 9, and our b is a negative 6. So, of course, a negative divided by a negative gives us a positive. And we know that 9 is 3 times 3. 6 is 3 times 2. So, you see that that reduces, and we just get 3 over 2. Okay. Now let's do the y-intercept. That will be c divided by b. And c in this case is 12. And b in this case is a negative 6. And so we divide that, we get a negative 2. So we see here that in this particular case, our slopes are the same, but our y-intercepts are not. Okay. Of course, for this one, our y-intercept is at the point 0, negative 2. So what this tells us is that these two lines are going to be parallel to one another. And so since they're parallel to one another, there will be no solution to this. So we got parallel lines, no solution, because these lines will not cross. So to show that, we're going to graph each line so that you can see it. So our first line will start off with a y-intercept at the point 0, 3. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. And then from here, we'll use our slope to get other points. So this says we can go up 3 units and to the right 2. So we'll go up 3 and to the right 2. Go up 3 to the right 2. We also could translate this as negative 3 divided by negative 2, which means go down 3 and to the left 2. So if we went that way, down 3 to the left 2. And then down another 3 and to the left 2. And so we see what our general profile of the line will look like. If we do the same thing for the second equation, then here we're going to start at the point 0, negative 2, which would be here. And now our slope again says we can go up 3 and to the right 2. So we'll do that. 1, 2, 3 to the right 2. 1, 2, 3 and to the right 2. We can also go down 3 units. So go ahead and write this another way. Go down 3 units and to the left 2. So go down 1, 2, 3 to the left 2. And down 3 units to the left 2. And as you see, no matter what, if we draw these lines in here and here, they're not going to cross anywhere because they both have the same slope. Okay? So now we're at the point to where we're at the conclusion of the lesson on graphing and solving systems of linear equations through graphing.